aspiring writers go to the writers' conferences, especially if they say they have agent editor appointments at that conference. Because it does something when you can pitch your book and you can explain what your book is, and somebody says, okay, I want to see this, send it to me. They'll have maybe a stack of 10 manuscripts where they've told people, send it to me, I want to see it. Then everything else just comes in through the regular mail. The stuff that comes in through the regular mail, it's going in a slush pile until they can get to it. But yours, because they saw you, they met you, they heard what your story is, they are going to, they're going to read that 10 over here in this pile. So you want to do everything you can to get in the shortlist. Now, my story was kind of very non-standard. I was trying to answer a query. There was a contest in a magazine. Essence Magazine had a short story contest for $2,500. 10 pages, $2,500, right? So I figured, I can tell some drama now. I got a story for you. And I sit down, and I didn't know what manuscript format was. They said 12-point font, Times Roman, characters, double space, 1-inch margin. I'm following what they said in the magazine. Literally, I have a magazine here, I'm going, and I'm setting up my word processing to do that. And I started telling this story. Well, I got carried away because the story was crazy. And 3 days later, I had 75 pages. So I was like, okay, I'm clearly outside the bounds. And I kept going because my girlfriends, I sent it to them. They were supposed to help me cut it down. That never happened. Because they were like, oh, this guy is hot. You gotta, do another chapter. Because I'm laid off. I'm sitting at home, no job, kid, getting divorced. I mean, it's bad time. So, this was my sanity. What? A ream of paper was my cheap health insurance alternative to therapy. And I sat down and told the story. Well, 6 weeks later, I had this monstrosity of about 600 some pages. Seriously, it was a monstrosity. And I had no...
It was working title was War and Peace and Other Things.
And other things. Me and the girls are just wilding out on paper. And so it was a crazy story, right? Well, they started mailing it out. And I started getting these rejection letters. And so...
Your friends mailed it out for you?
They mailed it out for me. They did it for me. They were really good friends, and everybody, I used to work at Xerox, so they took it at work.
I got some coffee in my work.
So they Xerox, and they mailed it out, and I started getting these rejection letters in. And in the process of getting these rejection letters, one of my friends took me to a writer's conference where I had a chance to pitch the book to an editor. And the editor that I pitched the book to, she said, that sounds crazy. I think I've seen this book. Wait a minute, does it have moral dragons and all this stuff? And I was like, yeah. She was like, send it to me again, because I really need to see this book. I want to make sure it's the same book. Well, anyway, I sent it to her, didn't hear anything for 3 months. And and that's the other thing that you have to be prepared for. Publishing is slow. It doesn't mean they're saying no, it's just they haven't gotten to it yet sometimes. And I just happened to slip in the doorway just as they were, breaking open the doors for African American romances. Now, was this a romance? Well, yeah, but it had, it was a thriller, it also had paranormal elements and all that, but there was nothing called paranormal romance then. So that's how I got shelved in, when I first started, in romance. And this editor called me back and said she wanted it. So mine was a combination of dumb luck, serendipity, going to a conference, and just so happened to have this gentleman was saying, I guess it was the timing. It was the timing of what I had,